हेलो एवरीवन। आप सभी से मिलकर खुशी हुई। We are meeting again for learning environment through questions. So as we have already discussed, I will take a topic. Either it can be a current affairs or some basic conventional topic, and then I will discuss from every perspective. Okay, and at the end of the sessions, एक क्वेश्चन देना. So what we will do, हम क्वेश्चन डिस्कस करूंगी once the session get over. ठीक है. So let us start. As you can see, today's topic is about a species which often appeared in newspapers, okay, in the month of May, June, especially July beginning. Maybe in the future also we'll get some news. इसके बारे में न्यूज़ आना है और it will come आऊंगी. ठीक है. So now what is this species about? As you can see this figure देखो. Can you see this? Yes, it's this one, this fellow. उसका नाम Hispid hare है. Okay, so we are going to talk about this species. So आज का सेशन इसके बारे में है, that Hispid hare का बारे में है. ठीक है. So now we'll move to the second slide. See this. Okay. So why we are going to discuss? So what is the need, Anna, to discuss about this particular species today? As you can see that in the newspaper, there is a news like the Himalayan habitat or grasslands especially keep on shrinking. Uska size kam ho jaya, day by day it is shrinking. And because of this particular fellow, no, chota wala, is affected a lot. So how the questions can come in UPSC? So this is a news. So what are the way the question can be asked, right? So one by one we'll be seeing. First, when we are seeing about a species, we should know about ना उसका status क्या है. That is status मतलब the IUCN status. Okay, that is the protection status. And in India, there is a act, Wildlife Protection Act. Okay, so उस act के नीचे cases schedule में वो species रखना है, right? So how much protection is given to the species? Then that's the first thing which has to come in your mind. Second, you should know any unique thing about the species. If it is there, you should know about it. Okay, so how he looks, then, and what is his eating habit, how he eat, whether he's a herbivore, carnivore or omnivore. दूसरा type of names are there na. So in your environment classes you would have done about it, so that you should know. Then how this fellow like parental care, how it takes care of its baby, and how they reproduce. Okay, so this way, this kind of details is important. Then वो कहाँ रहते हैं, where do they live, whether they are endemic to certain area or they live in a range of places. Okay, so do they belong only to India? वो ये सिर्फ इंडिया में रहते हैं और इसका bordering countries में है. Okay, so this way we have to see where do they live, वो क्या खाते हैं, कहाँ रहते हैं. Okay, उसका status क्या है, so उसका character क्या है, any unique thing about it. So even like the coat, something which is very different from other, है ना. कौन सा फीचर वो दूसरा स्पीसीज में है, दैट मीन्स दूसरा रैबिट में वो फर्क पड़ता है. इट्स अ रैबिट स्पीशीज, अ हेयर. ओके, सो दिस वे all the details are necessary. Apart from that, I already told you distribution. Okay, where do they live means distribution, where and all you can find them. Okay, so this way we have to know some details about this Hispid hare. Right, shall we move on to the next slide? You can see this. We are going to start some details about the species. First, let me erase all those drawings or markings which I have done. Yes. So we'll start from the first point, which is important. Like, see this. See, students, after doing this session, I will be forwarding the notes related to it for you. Okay. So you need not worry. I'll be forwarding. But here we'll be explaining it also. We'll forward it in the PDF format. See this? उसका नाम वो hispid hare है, but it is commonly referred to as bristly rabbit. Okay, bristly rabbit, or it is even called as Assam rabbit. Okay, they call by different names. So generally it is called as hispid hare. और वो दूसरा नाम इसका दूसरा नाम है bristly rabbit और Assam rabbit है. आओ, ठीक है? Then वो species है ना, वो बहुत shy type है. So it will not be seen easily. हाँ, हमारा आंख में वो वो नहीं appear नहीं है. ठीक है? That means you cannot see them very easily. So they are elusive and shy type of people. And one unique thing about this species is that it is considered as one of the world's rarest mammal. Why we say this? Because it is within a monotypic genus, okay, which contains only a single species. You know the taxonomic kingdom. हाँ, आपका क्लास में आप already have done that, no? वो करते हैं, that is taxonomic classification. You would have done like the species, genus, okay, family, like this, it goes on. So in this genus, when you write a particular species, there will be a scientific name with the genus first and species. It comes like this. Genus will be in caps, you will be writing. Species name in the small letters you will write. So even this is written like this, so we generally write the genus name, a single letter also, dot, and then we give the species name. So this genus will have many species in some type of animals. For example, you take a cat species, okay? Under the cat species, the big cat, small cat, everything come under same genus, okay? So the genus is one. Under that, several species will be there. But here, there is a single genus and single species, okay, for this animal, right? So that is why we call this as a monotypic genus, right? They have very short, broad ears. You can note this, and small eyes, okay? And they have strong claws and large teeth. So their ears are broad, okay? The hind legs, these are general details about the species. Stout and not exceeding the length of the forelimbs. There are 2 layers of fur. So there are 2 layers of fur. And this particular species is recognized by its coarse, dark brown fur on the dorsal side. Okay, so this is a general description. A mix of a black, brown hair. One time you can read it. And a ventral coat, brown on the chest, white is this and all is not much important, but this is helpful for this particular species for camouflage in the grasslands where it lives. Okay, so mostly it will live in between the elephant grass, and it helps in camouflaging. Okay, so for that only they have described all these things. As you can see, is looking brown in color, right? Uska rang brown hai. Then also you can see his ears are a bit short compared to other rabbit species and broad. Okay. And then come to the next point. Yes. See this, what more we have to know? That are all general details. No need to study much detail, but you should know that this species has 2 layers of fur. Okay, his ears are short and broad. That's it. And then the color of him is brown, which which helps in camouflaging. Okay. Then come to the next point. So also they are very shy in character, that we have already done. And they have one unique character. They are the monotypic genus. They belong to monotypic genus. Okay, so now come to this point. They are native to the grasslands. Before that, we can see this. They are herbivorous mammal. This point is important, students. Where if you see the previous year's question, so Udar O Dena, when they're describing a species, they would have given which of the below are mammals, or they will describe about a species. They will describe the species is this and that, and this are the character of the species. Which of the below suits the above description? This kind of question can come. So you should know this particular Hispid hare is a mammal. Okay, so they may give only the name Hispid hare, and you may think different, because mostly we always think like rabbit. We would have heard the name rabbit, but hare very often we would have not heard. So we should know it's a herbivorous mammal. And वो क्या खाते हैं? They feed on roots and shoots of grass, or that is elephant grass. It's called thatch grass or elephant grass. Even tubers, barks, and even occasionally they will eat crops, and hence they are found on thatch lands. Okay, and they always prefer dense ground cover. That means there should be a lot of grasses, okay, and thick grasses, likely for resting, feeding, mating, everything they do there. Further, they were found to prefer dry earth over wet surface only. They like it. Okay, so because they have to protect the young ones from the cold. And they are found mostly in the tall grasses. I already told you the thick grass have covers they will prefer. So tall grass savannas they will be found. They are found there, and they enjoy habitat that are essentially flat, well drained, thinly forested. This type of habitat. This only same. It has been described differently. So I have taken from various sources. That is why I have given from every perspective, every angle. I have given the point. Okay. So even any way it comes in the exams, you should know how to tackle it. Then this particular species it is native to the grasslands in the Himalayan foothills. This point is very important. After this point, the herbivorous mammal, and where they can be found, they can be found in tall savanna grasslands, especially the elephant grasses. They are herbivorous. They feed on root shoots, grasses, tubers of grasses, okay, barks of trees. Like this, you should know. Then that is eating habit. Eat what they eat. That is important. And what they are herbivorous mammal. Then where and all it is found, where is its home, uska घर कहाँ है? Their native, their native is the Himalayan foothills, okay, of Nepal, India, Bhutan. Not only India, they are also found in Nepal and Bhutan. And now it is confined to Assam only in India, West Bengal, Assam, West Bengal, and UP. Only these three regions you're finding this fellow. Okay. So then another important point is that in the newspaper, in one of the newspaper, this point is given. So where you can find this, we have said Assam, right? So where in Assam and all you can find this fellow, especially in the Dibru-Saikhowa National Park in Assam, has been identified as the most suitable habitat in India. Okay. Other than that, two other protected areas in Uttarakhand area, you can see Corbett National Park, Sona Nandi Wildlife Sanctuary are also suitable, demonstrated as suitable. But mostly this fellow is noticed in Dibru-Saikhowa National Park. You can find this person. Okay. So now come to the next point. First, let us erase this. Then only it'll be clear for you to see. See, after this, what are all the points you have to take care when you're seeing a species like this? Then I can say the Hispid they are usually solitary animal. We already saw this point. Pehle hum dekha na. So that means they are not, sorry, what we have seen in the previous slide, we have seen that they are elusive and shy animal, that they are very shy. So generally they are nocturnal in habit. They're shy. They do not come during, daytime and all. We cannot see them. They're solitary. They come alone. They're nocturnal. This point is important. Especially they are crepuscular. What is crepuscular? That means 2 years before, there was a question related to a deer species. Okay. So then they were talking about this particular term, crepuscular. They did not give this word, but they gave that they are very active during dawn and twilight, like this, the point was there. So this species also, they do all the hunting matlab like eating and all, no? So they go for food only during this time, that is dawn and twilight period. Okay. So, and they are also found during the night time. crossing the road. So they're nocturnal in habit. Then, apart from this, what are their characters? See, generally, if you see a rabbit always have burrows. No. On the earth, they will dig a hole, they will create a burrow. But this fellow, no, this already we have talked about the scientific name, Hispidus. This fellow. He does not show any evidence of burrowing or nest building. This is another important point, students. Last before year, I think, there was a question about squirrels. Yes. They talked about Indian squirrels. Okay. So generally, when you go to the park, you'll see these small bunny type, cute animals playing in the floor. And so there they were especially mentioning about the nest building character of the squirrels. Similarly, when you are studying about a particular species, you should be very careful that they show no evidence of burrowing or nest building, particularly this species. Only physical evidence of their activities are thatch cuttings. That means they are cutting the grasses. Okay, thatch. We already saw thatch means grass. And fecal deposits, okay, of this species are found here and there. That is the only character of the species. Okay, so then females are typically polyestrous. That means they give birth to several litters per year. Okay, so they reproduce a large number of babies, so that polyestrous, and they breed once or twice per year. Okay, so these are some of the characters of them. And males have never exhibited any form of parental care, but females feed the young for about 5 minutes every 24 hours. So this point is important again. Males exhibited no parental care. Okay. So this point can attract the UPSC people while they're making a question. So that time you also should take care of these kind of points. When they're talking about elephant, when they are describing elephant species long back in the exam, some 3-4 years before, they gave one point like this. Okay, so you should take care of this kind of point also. They never exhibited parental care. And not much is known about the communication of the Hispidus. Yeah, because we all know, I think sab jante hain that rabbits, they communicate with one another. How they communicate? Like other animals, like bees, they secrete some scent. Similarly, these rabbits also have some scent secreting glands. Okay, in the groin area and under the chin, you can find this. Generally, all the rabbit species. And this is used for communication. Apart from that, drumming habit. Okay, so they use food for drumming. Like they make a sound using the foot. So the drumming sound is used for communication among the rabbits. But so far we have not, noticed any such communication in the Hispidus species because it's an endangered species. We cannot often see them. Okay, then you can see this. I'll go to the next slide. Okay. So, but there was a news when I told a lot of newses were there about this particular species. No, so one such news they have mentioned that this is Hispid hare. No, this is a wild species. You cannot. It will not live among humans. Okay, they will not come and live with humans. If accidentally they captured the species also, one news came such that the Hispid hare species, which was caught and was put under the, inside the cage, it committed suicide. I don't know whether it's true or not, but it is mentioned like that. The newspaper has mentioned it. So that means they do not allow to, live in cages. Okay. So then, apart from this, these are the other points which we have to notice. See this. The Hispid hare plays a crucial role in maintaining the ecological balance within the grassland ecosystems. And as we have already mentioned, this is endangered. Okay, it is under the endangered category by the IUCN Red List, and it holds Schedule 1 status under the Indian Wildlife Protection Act. So, highest priority is given for the protection of this particular species, but we does not know much about this species because not very attractive. They are not attractive, or they are not very colorful, so that everybody loves them, like panda. Where everybody gets attracted towards it. But this is very, dull animal, we can say brown in color, right? Now come to the threats. Habitat loss fragmentation due to natural succession. Okay, mainly habitat loss. So the grassland is lost day by day. That was the news which came in the newspaper, Himalayan grasslands. Then overgrazing by the cattle is also done. Unregulated thatch collection. Okay, the grasses, reeds. They will collect reeds from the grasses, all these things. And the conversion of grasslands to agricultural lands. This is another major threat. And another important is palm oil deforestation in Assam. Okay, because for palm oil, growing the tree, they're cutting down the natural trees and grasslands, they are burning and then they're using the land. Then burning of grasslands in Nepal is to maintain tiger habitat also poses a threat. This is also another important news which came in the newspaper. So in the Nepal, they are burning the grasslands and this is posing a threat. Why they are burning the grassland? To protect the tiger species. For tiger, they require a grassland. Okay, so grassland has to be maintained as a grassland. I think in UPSC you got this question. Why grassland is always maintained as a grassland? What are the factors which help to maintain a grassland a grassland? One such factor is fire. Okay, you would have already 2 times UPSC has asked this question, and one time, 2 times directly, one time indirectly, this question came. So, fire is a very important factor for maintaining a grassland. Okay, so if you see this, that is why what they're doing, they're burning the grasslands. So some periodically they are burning the grassland in order to keep it as a grassland, not allowing the shrubs, plants, trees to appear. Now, the last point in this, we'll see that. With that, we'll complete it. See this. Yes. I said no, apart from deforestation for palm oil production and fragmentation, overgrazing. Okay, yes, overgrazing, even hunting of this hare species. Apart from all this thing, now burning of grasslands in the Nepal, especially in Chitwan National Park. If you take, they are burning it. And why it is posing a threat to this hare? You see this, that the fires, why they are burning first of all, is a cost-effective tool to prevent grassland, which provide habitat for tigers and their prey from turning into forest. Okay, so the grassland should not, it's a succession. You would have definitely studied about ecological succession. In that, it is nature of a grassland to convert into, forest. Okay, so the final climax community will be a forest. So, in order to stop that, they're burning it. And to promote the growth of fresh and nutritious grass sprouts, then only the tigers prey, like deer species, they will come for eating that. And it will be helpful for the tiger to grow. Right? So the grassland burning season may be coinciding with the breeding period of Hispid hare. This is a problem. The problem is not in burning the grassland. The problem is mainly that the season when they are burning the grasses is coinciding with the breeding season of the Hispid hare. So what happens? The young ones will get caught in the fire and they also burn out, right? So this is a major problem. So with this, we are completing all the detail about the species. Now we'll see the questions. So I told you we'll be seeing the MCQs, right? So we'll do that. So far, what and all we have seen. So in this discussion, what and all you have understood? If this species has often appeared in the newses, so we are studying about the species. When we are studying about the species, we should know about the status of protection and how they look. What is the uniqueness about them? What is their habitat? Where and all they can be found? Distribution area. Okay, then whether they're endemic to certain area or whether they're belonging to 2 or 3 areas, that means they're native to which area. Okay, so then we can also know about the eating habit, okay, mating habit. All this we should know, and also the way they are giving parental care is something which we have studied here. Okay, so then now we'll go to the question session. See this. Consider the following statements related to Hispid hare. First one, they are elusive and nocturnal animal. Second, males exhibit good parental care by taking care of babies till 6 months. They do not have habit of burrowing and nest building. तीन statement है. So आप फिर से देखो. First statement is saying about their nature, their elusive and nocturnal. Second is talking about the parental care given by the males. Third, they do not have habit of burrowing and nest building. Okay, so already we have seen all the details about it. This statement is right. They are nocturnal animal. Males exhibit good parental care. No, males do not exhibit parental care at all. This is wrong. They do not have a habit of burrowing and nest building. This is another important character of Hispidus. Okay, so which of the statements is or are correct? That means 2 is wrong. So we have to select C, right? So this is the right option. Then we'll move to the next question. I have made 2 questions, and this kind of news cannot come in mains exam, will not come. Okay, so it's better we only see the MCQ type of question here. Now we'll move to the second question. See this type of pattern also can come. Okay, इस type pattern में exam से आते हैं. So you can see this kind of pattern also have given. So what is this? This animal is placed under endangered category of IUCN and was given higher protection under Schedule 1 of Wildlife Protection Act 1972. This herbivorous mammal prefer dense ground cover, likely for resting, feeding, mating, and take a good fond of elephant grass. They are native to grasslands in the Himalayan foothills of Nepal, India, and Bhutan. Which of the below organism best suits the above description? So here you can see this Nilgiri hare, they belong to Western Ghats. Okay, so it is not. Hispid hare, this is what we are talking about. So this is an answer. But again, if you see this babbler is a bird, okay, and Hakin is a kind of goat. How Nilgiri hare is a wild goat which is found in the Western Ghats. It's a Himalayan goat. Okay, so except Hispid hare, all others are goats and birds. Okay, right? And they're not fond of this elephant grass. First, this is the point which makes it segregated, which shows or makes it unique to identify that it's a Hispid hare. Okay, so I have given in this pattern. UPSC can give in different pattern also. That is different statements they can connect and give in the same the pattern. Okay, इस pattern में different statements आते हैं. But I have made some, joined some statements and given this pattern. That's it, students. So we are completing this topic, right? So now, similarly, we'll be doing other current affairs topics also using the help of questions. Okay, and as we have introduced the NCERT modules also, those who are in need of NCERT, those who want to revise it again, those who want to organize the points from class 6 to class 12 under one topic, those people can seek the help of the NCERTs, which we are posting now and then. Okay, every I will be compiling all the points related to a single topic, and give it in one as a one module. Okay, so last we have done with the solar system. Let's see Earth in the solar system. That's a topic. Then we'll go on, like one by one we'll do it. And now we have also started the environment through questions. Okay, learning environment through questions. So we'll meet again. Thank you all.